Hi, ever wonder what it's like to work another profession or live in the underworld? Listen to unsuspecting riders give a 10 to 15 minute personal masterclass as I spontaneously interview them as they enter my taxi. I'm your host, Simon Rushton, and this is Taxi Chronicles. Morning. Yes, we're back with another rider, another episode. Today we have the lovely Josie, and she is going to tell us all about her travelling experience around the world, in Japan and many other countries. So, nice to have you here today, Josie.
Thank you, it's nice to be here.
Grab the phone.
Oh, go grab it, thanks. You're going to edit this, right?
And to tell us, what got you, what was the first country you went to?
Ever?
Yes. Please don't say Wales.
I know, I definitely wouldn't pick Wales. Probably somewhere boring in Europe, like Portugal.
Boring?
No, I mean, it's not boring, but I've probably seen more of Asia and Asia Pacific than any of Europe. So
Okay.
Started in Portugal.
And that was the bug. You got the travel bug.
Yeah, I think from a young age I was lucky to go on holidays, and I like the sunshine.
Yep.
I like a tan.
Yep. Works wonders.
And I like the sea and I like the beach. So yeah, got the bug very young, and I was very lucky to travel with my family, and then I've continued it into my adult years.
Okay. So was it a case that after university you went on a binge travelling?
It was before I took a gap year between school and university, and I did the very classic Thailand, Australia, New Zealand, Fiji, a bit of America.
And how was South America, I take?
I haven't actually, that's next on the list.
Okay.
South and Central America. I've done most of Asia, Bali, the Philippines, Vietnam, Cambodia, and yeah, I lived in Japan as well, which was...
So tell us about living in Japan.
So I lived in the north of Japan, so it was very, very snowy, which is strange because I just said I love the sunshine.
All year round?
It's very snowy in the winter, and then sort of like an English summer, maybe a bit warmer than an English summer. So I lived in there during the winter with 10 metres of snow around you.
And what, were you a teacher?
No, I'd taken a year out of work, but I was working in a hotel to earn some money. So there are lots of Chinese and Japanese tourists visiting.
Okay. So what were you doing in that hotel?
I was just your regular person checking you in and welcoming you on your holiday.
Do you speak Japanese or Chinese?
I could speak the basics of Japanese to get by, but...
Okay. So was it hard to get a job there because you're on a holiday, your holiday visa?
Yeah, I had the job before I went. So I had the working visa, and then that got cancelled when COVID happened. So,
so recently?
Really recent, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long were you there for in total then?
I was there for about 5 months before I had to leave.
Okay.
And then I stopped off via Singapore, thinking that the world wouldn't have what has just happened.
Yep.
My sister lives in Singapore, so I saw her for 3 weeks, and then England went into lockdown, so I thought it's best to get home before the rest of the world shuts.
Okay, you don't want to be stranded. But
I
mind
mean,
you could have stayed in Japan.
I could have, well, no, my visa got cancelled, so I
So they
couldn't.
just said, go home!
You basically didn't have much choice. I could have stayed in Singapore with my sister, but I mean, I'd still be there now, jobless, and I'm not sure how happy she would have been about that.
Okay. Now, any interesting stories, experiences? Was Japan everything you thought it would be? And why Japan? If your sister's in Singapore, surely you would have gone to Singapore, doubled up with her.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I went to Japan mainly because my ex-boyfriend wanted to go there. But I would recommend it to anyone. It's one of the best.
I noticed you said ex.
Yeah.
So you went with him on holiday?
We went away together.
So it's a bit like a lockdown holiday.
We moved to Japan together, and we are no longer together.
Is he still in Japan?
No, we came back to the UK together, but
Okay.
fortunately no longer together.
You just looked at each other and said, nah.
when
Nice.
when the world's shutting down, Yeah, but Japan is amazing. If you like Japanese food, they have the best food ever. They're a very clean place to live, very welcoming place to live. They aren't used to English people, so you are like celebrities.
Okay. I interviewed a guy this morning, and he said he spoke about living in Japan, and he said they're very polite. If you drop your wallet, they come bringing it running to you.
I lost my ID on the first few days in a shopping mall in a different part of the country, like 3 hours away, and someone handed it into the police, and the police contacted the department I was living in and they got it back to me. So yeah, very honourable. Very, very honourable. I'm not sure that would happen in London.
They'd just put it in the bin.
Yeah.
Got a filing cabinet.
Pretty much, yeah.
So what are the other things that you loved about Japan?
I mean, I didn't see enough of it because I had to leave.
5 months is quite.
5 months is a long time. I worked a lot, but yeah.
5 days a week, 4 days.
5 days a week. I actually injured myself skiing, so I couldn't do as much as I wanted. But
what happened?
I just fell over off my skis and tore my MCL in my knee, my ligament in my knee.
Again.
My knee again, yeah, they take a bit of a bashing.
Ladies and gentlemen, she has a scar on her knee, and she's wearing a dress, so I'm not being a pervert, where she fell off the bicycle trying to overtake other people. So that's why I say the knee again.
There's a pattern, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a pattern there. So what did you learn in Japan, or travelling, let's say both, in Japan and travelling generally, that you wish you knew when you had started?
That's a good question. I think Japan, I think it would be to enjoy it more while you're there, because I didn't think what would happen has happened with COVID and having to leave. So there were probably things that I would have done because I didn't know my time was limited. And I guess that's probably with everything. When you travel, you try everything. Don't worry about your budget, because ultimately you're there once and you should do it all while you're there, in case you never go back.
Okay. So if you do get a chance to go back to Japan, what would you do?
I mean, I would love to go back in the blossom season, go and see all the blossom, and they've got some crazy stuff out there, like crazy restaurants where you can eat with like cats around you.
Okay.
Like just some real.
The cats, or?
You're not eating them; you're just sat with them.
Okay.
And there's a lot more crazy stuff in Japan.
You can do that in Kenya.
Yeah, I think there are quite a lot of countries have
cats. Aren't the kind of cats you put around you? Yeah, and stuff. Okay, so what does the future hold for you now?
I mean, I would love to keep travelling. I don't think I'll do it again in a long trip. I'll just see as much as I can within my work, and I would love to. I think the next thing would be living abroad. A helicopter.
Yeah, for hospital.
Yeah, Royal London, isn't it? Yeah, I would love to live abroad again.
What country?
I mean, I would love to be in Singapore to see my sister.
Is it older sister?
My older sister, yeah. Okay. She's 7 years older than me.
So she's well established there.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she loves it there. But I would love to live in New York, or I think a city. I like the city life. I either want to be on a beach relaxing, or
city originally?
Just outside in a home county, Buckinghamshire. Yeah. So.
That's where you say just outside.
Just outside.
Right distance. But...
It's like a 40-minute train, 30 miles.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, I've been in London since I finished university.
So how did you find London when you first came to live in London? And did you find it as a shock?
No, I'd been enough. I think I've been enough. My sister's lived here, yeah. So, no, it wasn't a shock to me. I love London. My favourite city, still. Yeah.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I suppose it's a city you probably feel the most comfortable in?
Yeah, definitely. It feels like home. There's so much to do. I love all the different parts of it, all the different places you can go. You could never really stop exploring London, in my opinion. My humble opinion, of course.
We spoke about the lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
You've been handling that quite well.
What, have I?
Have I? I'm going to make it seem,
I haven't broken down yet, yeah.
Yeah, you haven't very good. You're just on the verge.
On the verge, yeah, clinging on.
Back,
Clinging on for dear life, but I think we all have, haven't we?
Are you holding, so you're counting down to the 8?
Wait, is that the first? Yeah. Yeah.
People, when you say this,
I'm like, which one's which? Yeah.
I don't know.
When do the pubs open? I'm counting down to.
It's all about the pubs.
It is. Yeah.
Tell me when the pubs open. No, what they said, I think on the 8th you can get a takeaway beer.
Yes.
From the pub.
Perfect.
But you can't be in the pub.
Okay, I'll take that.
So if you go, a lot of people will.
Yeah.
What happens? You'll get these streets that just kind of get shut down.
Yeah.
Because people are standing outside the pub with beers, and that's all that's going to happen. I've seen it before.
Yeah.
During the second lockdown, that we're on 3.0, soon to be on 4.
Yeah, we are.
Last but not least,
yes.
What's the impact you want to have on the world?
Oh, that is a real Saturday afternoon question, isn't it? I think the impact I would want to have in the world is, that is a good one. I mean, I'm sure everyone says a good impact, and I guess it would probably be peaceful. I think a lot of bad stuff happens at the moment, and the world's changing, and global warming and everything like that. So I think I would hope to not have a negative impact and have a peaceful impact in some way of letting the world heal, and hopefully not being a part of any of the horrible things which go on in the world. Mm-hmm. That sounds a bit morbid, doesn't it?
No, well, it is what you think it is. I mean, it is. It's a good thing you're asking for.
Yeah.
Someone said they just want to be rich. So
I mean, there's that too.
They just went, I want all the money.
Yeah, there is that too.
If you have all the money, then how can anybody buy anything from you?
That is true. That's a very good one. I didn't think of that.
Maybe we should say that to Jeff Bezos. Maybe.
I'm worried I've not recorded this all. If your phone's on lock.
But thanks a lot. much appreciated.
My name is.
And we wish you well. We hope you liked that interview. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to get the latest daily episode. Ever considered investing in the continent with the fastest growing economy and population on Earth? The same continent that holds 30% of the world's known natural resources? Then listen to our sister podcast, Africa Investor Stories, where you will hear real investors with real stories from around the world share their experience of investing in Africa. We post Monday and Thursday at 10 a.m.